Okay, this is the Evostatus update 2B, part 2B, a direct continuation. We break these into 10 minutes because of YouTube's 10-minute limitation or something about that. As I was saying, in the next 6 hours, I hope to have the organic groups implemented and functional, which people going to the site can create their own groups. I guess I'll have to create a template for each group. Each group within each section, you could see right now you could see a real general layout, and I'm sorry that I don't have the flow chart up for the site design, but I can tell you that within each section, for instance, the groups that are created, they'll have some sort of a template in which they'll have their own forum features and their own ability to post blogs within their own groups related to whatever their group topic is, and we'll try to place those organic groups in relative sections. The only kind of direction I want to give in the creation of those groups is to try to create a relative group to the section where it's at. So I've even got to think about that. I got to think about I got to see how it works, see how it functions, to see if the organic groups will just let me set them up all over the site, or if I could dictate the areas first, or how that works. And then, of course, they have mandatory organic groups where you can make it so people have to join a group. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm testing out the basic group implementation. It comes in like 5 core packages. I'm gonna try to install them all, but I've learned that if you install them all at one time, it makes it very difficult to understand when you have a problem where the problem is coming from. So it's much better to install them base and piece by piece and test each piece before installing the next piece. That way, if something and when something breaks, you know what broke, how it broke, and how to fix it. So I'm starting with the base groups installation, and I want to get this up and going. I want to get the groups going. I want to jump back to the forums, tying the forums in there. Work on the user management. We're going to have to get some user avatars. Hope we get some group icons. That seems like a simple thing. And after the groups, as far as the voting goes, we have the ability to vote, but it looks very, very shady right now for the voting results. I have not given the time to the results other than a real basic demo within the business section. I will be coming back to the results of the voting and see if the votes, see how that works. I guess that's a big issue that I'm going to go through, and the front page of the site will probably come after the group development begins. I know the front page of the site is just a general long list. The front page will be broken down into sections. It will be broken down into sections, and well, not sections like frames, right? So right now it's not broken down into frames because I need to see how the groups work before I create a frame section on the front. And basically, the frame section on the front is going to be composed of a lot of modules of what's offered within the subsection. So I can't really summarize those modules until I see how the subsections develop themselves. So form follows function, my friends. And after we do that, I've got to do some testing for some of my students, and I plan on thoroughly developing the at least within the organic groups. I want to develop the contacting, the messaging to message other members, to help with team management, and I will practice with the 80 or so students I have currently. I will practice with some of these students, and eventually I will add all the students from my database, and I will practice the messaging system and the contact and work all that out, and all that's really, really helpful. I think it's going to be a great teaching tool, and for anybody, not just for me, but for anybody. I mean, independent media I think the media can be a much more valuable lesson, and it's time to move the universities out of the classroom and into the internet, and I mean in a realistic way. So anyways, that's kind of, I told you I keep the editorial out of it, but I'm just bringing this into it because what I do with this node that I create for the students is just testing. Okay, so please don't be mistaken if you see this node, because in the future these kind of ESL nodes and some other training nodes will be even not viewable. Okay, they will even be to some, like when I do have classes in my own second job and whatever, generally the idea is that people could be part of the public, and there's private parts too. So for some people, it could look just like a school when they go to this campus, and for other people, you know, I guess we call it a hidden campus design. For other people that are logging into the site, it could be like a Google News site, and for other people that are logging into it, it could be whatever they want it to be. Okay. So this is me trying to design that function. So don't misinterpret or be turned off or anything else. The canvas is open, and that's something I really believe in with this site. Is a lot of sites do one thing or two things or three things, and they really categorize themselves. The center of the net, I'm trying to make it uncategorized. I'm trying to make it collaborative media. So you know, if you look at an ESL site, you say, oh well, that's a language site, and okay, this is a news site. Okay, well, this is a movie site. Okay, this is an editorial. Okay, this is a salon site. Okay, this is a BT site, whatever. This is a fanboy site, and it's either this or this or this or this, or it's a Yahoo portal, which is or whatever. I mean, they don't even hardly have, you know, the Yahoo portal. Poor Yahoo. But no, it's not like that, and it's definitely not MSNBC. But I want it to be, blurred. I want it to be very general, simple, and I don't want it to be isolated within a category of being something. So it's going to be something, but all those different pieces that it is will be hidden and only viewable to the people who need it to be what they're looking for. For the students that are there to be looking for ESL and looking for training and video training, that will be clearly visible and apparent to them. And for the people that are there for some of the other stuff that I haven't told you guys about, the ESL won't be apparent to them unless they wanted it to be. And it's not like you're going to go there and say, hey, come on, check into our ESL or whatever. There will probably be a rotating group made available to public notices and stuff, and there'll be a section where people can see those notices, so people will be free to join any group that they want to. In theory, just like old news groups, okay? Nobody forced anybody to join a news group, and at the same time, it's not like Super News was. It's not like just a flat-threaded news group site. So I know this is pretty heavy, and I'll try to keep it out of there. Keep it out of going there. So, anyways, I'm back to work. Keep checking out the business section, and hopefully those groups will be up. And like I said, it's difficult to understand without a non-technical video blog, and it's also difficult to understand without looking at the flowchart. It's difficult for me to put into a quick 10-minute summary. Obviously, we're on 20 almost, but if you look at it, it should make sense to you. So here we go. I'm going to work on the groups right now, and I will work on some magic within the groups. Check it out. We're working on the feed still. Stay tuned. Information, evolution, go. All right. No catchy phrase. Sorry. See you guys.